Welcome, Queen. Does your friend refuse to listen? Does she have a cheating boyfriend? Well, I caught the tail end of a young lady sharing her text messages of her friend's boyfriend being open, willing, ready, and available to cheat with her on divorce court. And when her friend saw that, she asked her, "Why didn't you tell me before today? Before now?" And her friend said, "Because I wanted to have evidence." Have you ever been at a crossroad with a friend upset with you because you revealed that her man was a cheater? Well, if so, please understand that there is a difference between the conscious and subconscious or unconscious mind, which is why I have this graphic on the screen instead of me being in front of you today. Because if you're like me, you learn better by both hearing and seeing. So I wanted you to see this. I wanted you to see that the conscious mind and the subconscious mind do not do the same thing. So I want you to also understand what you should consider if there is a next time. Now, when we think about bringing our friends information about their man, and we bring them our information, our ideas, our level of awareness about what we perceive to be going on in their relationship with their man, most of the time they are not going to receive it the way we think that they will, because they are going to be thinking about their emotions. Their emotions, their beliefs, their feelings are going to drive them in their response back to us. And so a lot of times what tends to happen is you think, hey, I'm going to do this good deed. I'm going to tell my friend about her man, about his trifling ways, about his cheating self. He think he getting over, but I got my friend. And so you go to your friend and you don't get the response that you think that you're going to get, because she just will not receive it. And so she's giving you, in essence, her emotional response to what you have said. And you can't let that deter you or stop you from doing a good deed, but you also don't want to let that infuriate you to the point to where now you yelling, screaming, and fussing and cussing at her, because now you're off track. And it does neither one of you any good. So if there is a next time, I want you to consider this. Do you have the evidence to support it? Meaning, is your evidence concrete or open to interpretation? Now, this is why this is important. If you bring your friend evidence that's open to interpretation, meaning easy or very easy to explain away, it can feel to her that you're just trying to come between her and her man. And you don't want that. Because in this particular situation, this young lady who was in the situation, she herself had evidence of her man with somebody else. Her man is in a picture with a young lady holding on to his belt buckle while he got his arm wrapped around her lower back so close his hand is practically on her butt. So I say that to say that you also need to consider, are you willing to lose your friendship? Because see, this friend was agitated by that picture. She brought that picture to the judge so the judge could look at it and say, do you really think that this is her friend? So sometimes our friends, they have information, they have details, they have some facts about their man. And they want to give their man the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of times it's because, like I said before, they're operating from a place of emotion and a place of their feelings. They're trying to hold on to what they think they have. Because sometimes, although we may not want to consider it, and sometimes we may not even understand it, our friends are in a place where they are willing to accept less than. They are not open to seeing that, hey, I'm in a toxic relationship, because they are not willing to be in alone. And if you have a friend with this mindset of, I cannot be alone, I don't want to be alone, I don't like being alone. That in itself is an issue, because even if you bring them concrete information that's solid, they still are not going to be in a place to receive it, most likely because, again, they already have this fear of being alone. And if you say, well, you know what? I think that my friend should know, I'm still going to bring them the evidence. You still are willing to go forward. Then I want you to consider this. After you weigh the information, the impact of what you're going to tell her, are you going to be in a place where you can do it in a loving way? Meaning that you can give her this information in a way that she feels as though you're letting her know, hey, you deserve more and you won't get it if you settle for less, versus you're judging her or her choices. Because if you come across as though you're judging her choices, she will not receive it. And so you still won't have the impact that you want to have and that you're trying to make. And that's to let her know that she needs to understand and recognize that settling for a treating man is not in her best interest. So understand that sometimes a person can be so close to a thing that their conscious mind is unaware of the problem that their subconscious mind knows they have and is agitating them to fix. As always, I'm Coach Sam telling you, 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you could change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.